Yo guys, what's going on? Yorkie Man here, and welcome back to Sevilla here on Football Manager 2021. And in today's episode, we've got a La Liga doubleheader where we take on Barcelona and Real Madrid. Obviously, still pushing for that top four, but we might drop out of it today because they're two very, very difficult results. It's been patchy off camera. I was going to bring you the Hoffenheim game, but we are actually qualified now in the Europa League, so there's no point bringing you that game. So I thought, you know what, we'll go with the two biggest teams in the league and we'll take them on. Very much not sure with recent results though what's going to happen in these games because it has been a little bit patchy like I mentioned there. We did take on Valladolid after Montpellier. We drew 0-0, just couldn't find a goal, and this would be the build-up to a run that ended up just, I don't know. We had the best defence in the league bar the Real Sociedad game. We don't have that anymore. We have shipped so many goals in a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game span that it is absolutely horrendous. I think we've shipped more goals in the history of a 5 game span that you can ship, and we're a team that's in the top 4 of the league. It's a little bit crazy, and that worries me coming in against Barcelona and Real Madrid today that they can score past you. They really can score past you. We beat Deportivo Alavés 2-0, Adrissi and Koundé, then a 4-3 against AZ, which started to really nail us on that we would go through in the Europa League, even though we was handed a very, very tough group. Gomez, Carlos, Rafael Santos Bort and Mounier getting the goals there. We then had a 3-3 with Real Zaragoza. This was a 3-game run of away days, and they're not always fun, but they had 2 shots on target. They scored 3 goals. Diego Carlos is pretty much, I would say, if I look at Diego Carlos, he's not the world's worst ball-playing defender. He passed the ball into the back of his own net, and Buffon kind of took the blame for that. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way it was represented that maybe it was Buffon's mistake, but when you watched it in 3D, it definitely wasn't Buffon's mistake. We absolutely dominated, 17 shots, 11 on target, getting the 3 goals. We looked pretty comfortable at several patches in this game. But yeah, I mean, it happened. 64th and 67th minute, the world was rocked for us here at Sevilla, and they ended up taking a point from us. It felt like a loss though in the end. We then took on Villarreal, and this 3-game swing was just madness. If you look at it, we conceded 6 goals in 2 games. We were about to add another 4 to that to make it 10 in 3 games. 10 goals in 3 games is really, really bad, and we continued the theme, but anyway, 4-3 against Villarreal. It was actually a fantastic game of football. It was a crazy game, and they thoroughly deserved it. It didn't help that they scored the 4th goal late on after Jesus Navas gets sent off. The minute after, Albiol scores, which was pretty frustrating. But when you come up against a side that's a very good side, I can kind of accept that. So then we went and took on Levante. After that 3-1 victory, Koundé, Jetro Willems actually getting a fantastic goal, and Yusuf En-Naziri with the goal as well in the 92nd minute. So it wasn't as comfortable as you would have wanted it to be, but it was a victory. We knew then we were taking on AZ, and a win here would definitely grant us qualification to the next round of the Europa League. And we duly delivered in the first half. The second half, we were a shambles. Jesus Navas getting to play, obviously having the red card, couldn't play in the Levante game. And it was mayhem, because I feel like when you're defending the lead sometimes on Football Manager, it could go a little bit crazy, can't it? So we were 3-1 up after they scored very early on. And then Calvin Stengs made it very, very squeaky bum time after scoring in the 75th minute. But we got a victory nonetheless, which builds us up to the Almeria game. Almeria at the time were, I think, like 14th in the table, potentially. Not fully sure, can't remember. But again, this just showed where we were at. I don't know if it even is defensively, but where we were at the moment in terms of conceding goals, we conceded 5 against Almeria, and we lost the game 5-4. They scored first in the 12th minute, we scored in the 14th. They then scored 2 goals. I have to be honest, they scored absolute bangers. I don't know how they scored these kind of goals, but they just kept scoring them. We managed to get one back, then Escobar scored another banger, but we got another 2 back with Naziri and Rakitic with a penalty. I'm thinking, all right, we might be the team to move on and win the game, and Lazio scores soon after that, and then I don't think there was another highlight in the game, so it was just one of those games. I don't know. Almeria managed to turn it on, and that's probably the best performance they'll have all season. They chose to have it against us in Sevilla, so the tactic has not struggled in any way, shape or form at getting the goals. In fact, it's been very good at that. It's been very good at scoring goals. But in terms of defending, I don't know. We've conceded with not very much. We haven't been blessed with goalkeeper situations, but Nonetheless, we are conceding. It didn't help that Koundé had a minor injury. He's back now, though, which is good news for us, and he will be starting today. I guarantee you that, alongside yours, Gannigan. But it's just one of those situations where it's like, do we stick with this tactic? We have approached this season where we're going to be quite carefree and just go for the games and just go out there and attack teams and just give it some welly. But I'm not sure that's probably the right move to make against Barcelona, who, in fairness, aren't exactly having the world's best season. If we go and look at their calendar and their schedule for the senior squad, they got off to a rocky start, and then they've not been great. They drew with Valladolid, they drew with Deportivo Alaves. They're not having a great time. They're certainly not free scoring and scoring tons of goals. So that then makes me think, no, maybe we should go at them. Don't let them attack us. They're not in great form, although they have picked up form. They haven't lost since Atletico Madrid on Saturday the 25th. But I feel like we could get more goals than them in this match. That's probably the wrong way to approach it, but I feel like we maybe go defensive against Real Madrid, obviously. A little bit more defensive anyway than we usually would do, because Real Madrid are actually having a very good season. Barcelona are not, and they're not scoring many goals, although they did put 3 past Villarreal, which now has worried me. So I'm not really sure how we're going to approach this. We have got a few injuries. Marcos Acuna, the king of injuries, and that has led me to believe that we probably will let him go next season if we don't fulfill our challenge this year, which we definitely won't. But we will let him go next season, because he just can't be injured all the time. For the quality that we managed to bring in on a free transfer in Jetro Willems, I'm actually really happy, but I don't know. Marcos Acuna, I only keep 2 left-backs usually. Luckily, we've got Karim Rekik who can fill that position, but nowhere near as well as Acuna and Willems. So I don't know. It's something, food for thought, I suppose. But I think we will go for this. I think we will go for this game. This will be the lineup. Soriano in, because Buffon, he hasn't had a good performance since he's been here. I thought he was going to be an unbelievable free transfer. Hasn't had a good performance since he's been here. So we're going to stick with this. This is what we're going to go with. It's got us goals, and at the moment we're seeing Barcelona not be as potent as you would usually. I don't know why it says that they're lacking tactical familiarity, because they're definitely not. But we're seeing Barcelona not be as potent as usual. So hopefully, here at the Camp Nou, Ronald Koeman's tactics will fall flat and we'll actually take them out. But they've got people like Kulalevsky. They've got a strong side. Braithwaite on the bench as well. You've always got to watch out for him. Been very bold and told the boys that I expect to win. I don't expect to win. So, I mean, that was a big, bold-faced lie. But I've told them now, so it kind of is what it is. We will go with director. We won't go with extended. We will go with key, considering the amount of games we want to play in this one. We'll just see how we get on. I'm not really expecting much, but if we could beat the 2 top teams there, Ronnie Lopez, we could beat one of the top 2 sides, Barcelona, with the way they're playing this season. They'd probably be the one that I expect us to maybe get something against. I am cautious that we're away. Oscar with a free kick here, though. Early doors. Koundé is in there. It's off the crossbar. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Nice bit of play, though, to start us off. I think if we do go up as well, I will drop a DM. I'm having a lot of fun at the moment with Anchormen in the Burnley save, which will be returning very soon. I am still playing that behind the camera. I have been a little bit under the weather this past weekend, so I do apologise for lack there of content, but, it is what it is. Life goes on. We do get ill sometimes. Only the one shot on target. I have found that we don't get many on target, so I've kind of started telling players not to shoot so often. It does feel very zoomed in here on director. We can't really see much of the pitch. Messi now. Kulalevsky. This would be their first attack. Please do not let them score in their first attack. We need to be more defensively sound than letting them score in the first attack. Kulalevsky. We will clear it. De Jong with the shot. He puts it over. Good, boys. Good. So far, so good. A very dangerous technique, this, to go attacking against Barcelona. But I don't know. I just felt like that was probably the correct way to go forward. De Jong now. Pjanic. De Jong. I'm slowly getting worried, but we've won the ball back here. And Naziri now, who's been converted to play complete forward. We've had more success with that. Ronnie Lopez, who's having a very good year for us. Oscar! 1-0 Sevilla. And Oscar with a goal. And I won't come off attacking yet. I won't. But I do like the anchorman at the moment. And I feel like when you play with an anchorman, you're far more defensively sound. This is good. 1-0 here to Sevilla against Barcelona. Ronnie Lopez with a ball across to Oscar. Oscar slots it home nicely. Spent the early stages of this season injured, Oscar, so he hasn't really seen too much football for us. will actually praise us. I do like to give the boys a bit of praise. I'm not going to swap out yet, but as the game goes on, I'm going to start considering it. Barcelona yet to really threaten us. I've said it now, though, haven't I? The ball over the top. Janelu gets to it. Big experience for him, isn't it, really, at the moment? Janelu playing against teams like this. Ter Stegen will kick that one out. Oh, that's a great knock-on. Griezmann now coming forward. Janelu. Oh, superbly done, apparently. I was nervous. We've seen them big penalties a lot. Ocampos having a poor stretch here, coming up to the winter period of the season. Kulusevski, Messi, is that going to be a pen? Gunnagan gives it straight back to them and De Jong fires it home, and that would probably signal our defence this season. Yours, Gunnagan, instead of clearing it, gives the ball straight back. This is the downfall of this move. I think Kulusevski's difficult to deal with. He threads it in. We have the ball back here. What are we doing, Gunnagan? This is not our player. Gives it straight back to Kulusevski and De Jong. I mean, it's a good finish, isn't it? It's a good finish. We've been the better team this first half, but we find ourselves drawing at the moment, and Ocampos not even been in the match. I'm going to tell him I'm happy because, I mean, it's Barcelona, but I'm also going to tell Ocampos, what are you doing out there? 6.1, my friend, is not good enough. Rakitic hasn't been great either. At this stage, away, it's Barcelona. Do we go defensive? I don't think you do just yet. Let's see what happens. They're bringing on Pedri for Griezmann, so they're obviously not happy with their first half performance. Again, not taken much for them to score goals. That's going to be something we work on in the coming seasons. The teams around us are having a good game today. I'm going to encourage the boys. We're dominating again. I will bring on Amadou because Fernando's not having a good match. I'm tempted to leave it as it is for now. Jordi Alba. We'll see what happens here. Koundé. Amadou will punt that one forward. Oh, Naziri, what's that? What is that? I mean, Ocampos hasn't been blessed with the distribution today. Naziri now. Ronnie Lopez, two-footed. There should be a red card here, I reckon. We will not change what we're doing. There is a red card for Jordi Alba. That is absolutely fantastic news. But at the same time, I'm going to keep Rakitic on for now. Although I'd rather bring him off, I think. I'm going to keep him on for now. We're actually going to push him up a bit. We're going to change him to advanced playmaker support. And Ocampos is going to come off because shocking display from him, really. And we will bring on Idrissi, who has scored a few goals this season. 6.1, really not good enough. Well, I've got a man less now. Let's see if there's anything we can do as this game goes on. I will change it up. We're going to go a little bit more aggressive now, I reckon. I think we can afford to go a little bit more aggressive. They might even be a slight bit narrow. So it might go fairly wide. There might even be a slight bit narrow, which might give us opportunities in behind. That is fantastic. The fact that nobody's picking up Pedri there is a little bit worrying. Messi now coming forward. Is it going to be the opposite? It is, isn't it? Messi, well saved. Sorry, Arno. The boys really need to get their acts together now, don't they? Not really ultimately too impressed. We're going to drop down to positive. And we're dominating again, but I don't think we're going to be able to find the breakthrough. We've struggled with finding the breakthrough against certain opposition all season. Oscar now. It's a poor ball forward. Some of our passing, considering when I first joined Sevilla, I looked through the squad and I thought we're a very good technical, very good passing side. It's not felt like that. It's not felt like that while we've been here. Koundé now. Ronnie Lopez. Is there a late opportunity? We've been full of late goals. Idrissi's hit the post. He's hit the post. That was it. That was the moment where we could have been beating Barcelona here. That really was the moment, and Idrissi has hit the post. I'm devastated with that. That is not good enough, in my opinion. Ronnie Lopez, is there a last gasp opportunity? Oscar! Ter Stegen saves it. Ter Stegen saves it. You're right, commentator. It should have been a goal. We've had 23 shots. We've had 23 shots. We're all over him here at the moment. Very much at the end of the game. On key highlights. Let's see if there's a goal in it for us. Ronnie Lopez now. Out wide, where I said there'd be a little bit more space. Ronnie. Amadou. Oh, he's at the post as well. How have we not found the back of the net? Amadou hits the post as well there. And we are going to get a draw, and I don't know how it's a draw. I'm not sure. I should not be getting this hyperactive. I've got a very sore throat. But this should just shouldn't, should it? Just shouldn't. The opportunities we've had that we've squandered. And I know you can't always go off the stats, can you? You can't always go off the stats. But if we're being honest with ourselves, probably should win this, shouldn't we? Probably, just a little bit, especially with the red card. Will there be anything this late on? I'm not being funny, Jetro, but we probably need to play the ball forward a bit quicker than that, boys. We are playing at a high tempo now, and they pass it around. I don't know, but there we go. It will be a draw against Barcelona. At the end of the day, not a bad result. It's just frustrating because I think that was an opportunity for a very good win against Barca for us. That will drop us down to 5th, but as you can see, everyone's very close. I mean, the Madrids are starting to try and pull away a little bit, but that little group of us that are all vying for top 4, all the way down to Villarreal, actually, 9th, which is how crazy it is. It's a very tight group of teams there. It's a very, very tight group of teams. But let's go play the Hoffenheim game. I'll be back for the Madrid one. Hoffenheim done and dusted. And a fantastic result from the boys. We managed to go 3-0 up in the first half. This is the formation we used. We did tweak it. And I will show you what we tweaked to. I think that's how we're going to play against Real Madrid. And then they got one back. The ball got one back. Actually, a player I'm looking at. Looks very, very good. But Meunier scored in the 85th minute. They went to play very aggressively against us. And instead of me still playing aggressively back against them, I let them play as aggressively as they wanted to, found all the spaces in behind, and that allowed Meunier to score a goal. So decent. We do finish top of the group, and Hoffenheim do still go through ahead of AZ, which is big. I'm actually quite surprised that AZ didn't capitalise on that, and they will be knocked out. Oh, there's one more game, isn't there? There's one more game. I'm an absolute moron. We are through top of the group. We have qualified top of the group, but still all to play for. Hoffenheim and AZ will play against each other. What a moron. But yeah, we'll see what happens in that. But let's pick the team for the Real Madrid game. This will be the starting 11, and I'm fairly confident with this team. We'll see. This is what we played after we'd done so well in that first half, and it sorted stuff out for us. We didn't concede. Well, we conceded the one goal against the bar, which I then tweaked because we was playing offside. Janalu didn't pick up on that offside, made that decision. He didn't want to play for offside, and the rest of the defenders did play for the offside. They ended up scoring. We will change Jetro Williams off to support, and I think that is going to be the way we play here against Real Madrid. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be another good result in the league. Kind of take a draw now. Already, obviously, I'd probably take a draw. They're going really well this season. They're having a very good season. They've got a decent team. Martial, they've signed. Brahim Diaz. Gareth Bale back at the club, which is a little bit interesting. But they've got a strong squad. We know that. They've got strength on the bench as well. So, I mean, my expectation would be that we'd probably lose this, but a draw I would take. If this is one of the games that we lose, it just kind of, I suppose, is what it is. But the whole point of this back end of the season, coming into January now, where we do have some money as well, in case there's any players you'd like to recommend. We've got roughly about 22 million. I'm in two minds whether we make any changes to the club, whether we make any changes to the squad. I'm not sure that's something that we should probably do in this window. But this is the kind of game that you kind of accept a loss. You don't want to lose. I don't want to lose any game, but if we lose this one, I'll accept it. It's when we play against teams like Almeria, I'm not so as accepting. They are matching us formation-wise, which is interesting. That might play into our advantage. We have had one shot, but it has been on target. This is certainly... Oh, Ronnie Lopez, surely! 1-0 Sevilla! There we go, boys. I was going to say, this certainly is a more clinical tactic in the sense that we won't have as many shots, but when we do have them, they probably will be quite good opportunities. And Ronnie Lopez, honestly, I wish I had this man last season. He's walked into this team this year, and he makes it 1-0 there to Sevilla straight away at home, and the crowd go wild. It is what I'd imagine. I haven't heard a crowd in a while, all right? Let me off. So we've had two shots, both on target. We're trying to out-FM, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm trying to out-FM. I've just praised them, and if they score now, I'm going to be devastated. We are looking, potentially, at the Dynamo goalkeeper. So obviously, goalkeeper's going to be a problem in the future. I'm worried that we might lose some players as well. Koundé is heavily wanted. That is a beautiful ball to Jetro Williams. Koundé is definitely wanted. Naziri for 2-0, but he's offside. Oh, nearly 2-0, but he's offside. So Livakovic, probably said it wrong, always do, is the man we're looking at. He looks good. The Dynamo keeper. You'll know him. Dynamo Wonder Kid. That's what we'll call him. The Dynamo Wonder Kid. It sounds like a racehorse, doesn't it? But anyway, that's who we're looking for at the moment. Looking for? We're not looking for him. We haven't lost him. We've been scouting him. That's who we're looking to bring in. As you can see already, they're having more shots, more opportunities, but we're not conceding as clinically. Would that be the right word? Jetro Willems definitely has to get that. They're not hitting the first shot on target and scoring it. That's the big thing for me with this formation, and we give away a penalty, I think, here. On key highlights, I can't see this not being a penalty. And my biggest issue at the moment is Janalu's inexperience is definitely costing him. We do need another right-back, and this will be a penalty right before half-time when you don't want to concede. Can Soriano pluck something out of the bag? It's Sergio Ramos. He's got an unbelievable penalty-taking ability. Soriano goes the right way, though. Does not save it. And again, I think Janalu's inexperience at the moment is killing us. Jesus Navas injured at the moment. It's causing us a few problems. That is not the way you want to go in at half-time. When you've played so well, you really don't want to go in at half-time and give them that opportunity. I'm going to tell them I'm happy, but we'll take a quick look at Janalu. The young man, 18 years of age, certainly not very good defensively. Improving, ever improving. He looks far better than he did when we first brought him up. But still, he's not great defensively. He will make mistakes, and he has made one here. Frustrating. Concentration 10, decisions 8. These are the kind of situations he's going to find himself in. He's still very aggressive as well. His anticipation's not good, so he's going to make mistakes. If we get mistakes, it's usually at right back, but I mean, there's only one way he's going to get better. That's by giving him game time. Unfortunately for him, he's come up against one of the best teams in the league, and he's made a big mistake. He's made a very big mistake, but I'm pretty happy with how we played in that first half. It did show that if we can't... Oh, Koundé with the mistake there, and then Amadou... Kind of, I suppose it's not really his fault. Koundé with a mistake. Martial scores it. And it all stems from our superstar centre-back. And we're in the mistakes today, boys. We're in the mistakes with this one. Stems from our superstar centre-back, Koundé. I don't know what he's doing to give the ball back to Martial. Amadou doesn't really know nothing about it. And then Koundé is the man marking Martial. Lets him in. Shocking. Shocking. Can we get a goal straight back, though? Janalu. Can he make up for his mistake? Janalu, Ronnie Lopez. Penalty? I can't see that being given, but we are on key highlights. Surely this is a free kick. He's going to go to VAR. I don't know why. I'm instantly saying in my head, definitely not. Definitely not, but we'll see. This will give us a good opportunity. Rakitic is not on the pitch, though. Let's see what the referee comes back with here. Surely this isn't a penalty, though. It definitely didn't look like one. Why do we... I'm sorry, we're on key highlights. Why do we need to see that? Pointless. Let's see what we could do from the free kick. Free kick! Naziri puts it over. That was a good opportunity. There's just no need to show that highlight. That was such a long highlight just for VAR on key highlights. It's just, I don't know. In my brain, that's a little bit pointless. So far, not so good in the second half. It's not been good for us. Willems now with a throw-in. Idrissi holds up the ball well. Mata. Well, I don't know what he's done there, but never mind. Diego Carlos now. We've made the mistakes, which has given Real Madrid the opportunity in this one. Idrissi, get it to the byline. He does cross it in. It's not the best of crosses. Ronnie Lopez now will whip it in for Idrissi. Oh, he's offside, and that's 2 offside goals now. There's 2 offside goals in this game, and I think he was quite a bit offside, to be fair. But we're giving it a bloody good go here against Real Madrid, aren't we? They're living on the edge. Let's see how close it's not close, is it? He's a good chunk offside. Well, considering the performance, Idrissi's not been great. We'll bring him off for Ocampos. And Mounier scored in the last game. We'll bring him on for En-Nesyri, who weirdly hasn't had a good match. He's been great for us this season now. There's no doubt about that. But we haven't really taken those opportunities when we've had them. And I feel like I'll be shocked if we can get back into this. Koundé's header away now. Ronnie Lopez loses out to Toni Kroos. Koundé's marking of Anthony Martial in this one. They both play for the French squad. Has been absolutely shocking. Shocking. But it's not been a dreadful performance. Just really would have liked the draw. I think giving away a penalty so cheaply there just before half-time really doesn't help you. And then Koundé's defending for the second was absolutely shocking. Will this be another one here for Real Madrid? Might not be. Ocampos' dribbling is fantastic. Is this the counter-attack that we needed? Ocampos now. Oh, God, that's shocking, isn't it? Ocampos, Amadou. Here we go. Dretro Willems. Needs to be special now. Mata. Oh, that was good. Montier is going to score it, and he's going to counter for his offside. Montier comes on the pitch and gets the goal for Sevilla to make it 2-2. And I feel like we deserved that. I feel like that's thoroughly deserved. I was a little bit shocked at that. Juan Mata, though, with a pass. I mean, I suppose you could expect him to get that. Well, I mean, Ocampos is definitely fouled off the ball as well, so who knows, that might have been a penalty. But who cares? Montier with a goal. I'm going to chuck out some praise. I'm not going to chuck out any praise because I can't. But this, if we could just try and escape with 2 draws here against 2 of the best teams in the league, that would be very good. Amadou not having a great game. We'll bring on Fernando. I do need a more mobile anchor man. Amadou's not... Okay, Amadou is fairly mobile, actually, to be fair to him. Fairly athletic. Fernando, not so much. So Amadou should be fine in that anchorman role. Fernando, not so much, but he will play out this game in the anchorman role, and we will see ourselves take the draw here against Real Madrid. And I'm actually really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. To show the mistake from Janalu, frustrating. The mistake from Koundé, frustrating. Koundé doesn't usually do that. Janalu's a youngster. He's getting into the game. The 2 offside goals, they weren't close enough for me, so they were a little bit pointless in terms of the highlights. But that against Real Madrid, and a Real Madrid that are very good this season, they're not having a bad year, is fantastic. And hopefully we can take this on now and we can get decent results against the smaller teams in the league, like we always plan to, and happily get top 4. Let's go and speak to the lads in the dressing room now. Well done. Happy days. Really happy with that. That was a very, very good result in the end. A 1-1 against Barcelona and a 2-2 against Real Madrid, you can't really be sniffed at. But I feel like we plotted our own downfall there with Janalu and Koundé. Plotted our own downfall. That does mean, look how tight this league table is. Look how tight it is. It is extremely tight. You could still say we're in the title race, but I don't believe we are. But it's a very tight season so far. So hopefully we can keep up the good work. And we will be playing some of the easier, well, quote-unquote easier sides in the league now. We'll see how we get on. We potentially, because we're going to go and play 3 away games now, potentially have a tactic now for us to play when we're away. And to play against these sides now that are choosing to play aggressive and attack against us. But we'll see how we get on. But anyway, boys, I appreciate the support as per usual. I've been Yorkie Man. I'll see you later. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment if you want. Feel free. Transfer window coming up. We will have new players, hopefully, in the next episode. See you later.